Some of the stories that you're going to hear now over these next couple of minutes, I think are going to hit home, not just for me, but for a lot of people in this room. We've got three video stories that I would like to direct your attention to. Let's watch the first one.
Dan is my baby. Our story begins when Dan graduated from high school in 2011. We got to graduation and then said, great, now what? Dan wasn't really sure what he wanted to do next. So I said, well, let's take a step back and put in a few job applications. And he would get an occasional interview. They liked him, they thought he was a great guy, but they just weren't quite sure how they would make this work. So 5 years later, Dan was still unemployed. A friend of ours contacted me, said, Alice, there's this organization called Autism Alliance of Michigan. And I contacted the employment people. The job that he was able to get is full-time. He has benefits. This company is respectful of their employees who are differently abled, and he has a life, you know, what we all want.
Well, hi, I'm Dan, and I mostly work as a garment sorter usually. Well, just had my 1-year anniversary. When I started out, I was quite nervous, you know, gosh, all these new people and trying to get through all this process and all. I practiced with the interviewing skills. It could help me get into a job. They've been very helpful for getting employed and having a schedule and all that.
You improved his social skills, gave him interview skills, and I think most importantly, a network of employers that were interested in employing someone with Dan's abilities. One of the things that you think about, what happens when I'm gone? Now I know that Dan has a resource that he can look to for help. Someone that will not only help him find the job, but then support him until he's okay with the job. It's tough, you know. If you're existing as a family on a shoestring, you want that kid to have an income. I have friends who have already applied for Social Security benefits for their kids. To have Upbound at Work become the network that could produce a real job and be the facilitator to get people employed. How many things I can think of to do with our tax dollars, that's a gift from AAOM, that's huge. We can't let this go away. They need to be out there, they need to be happy, and we need to support the people, the professionals that can help them achieve that.
Thank you, Autism Alliance. I appreciate all the hard work you've done for me, and I'm grateful for all of the things that I've learned here.
So can we have Mark and Drew Lenev come up? They're going to present the Employee with a Bright Future Award.
Right here, pal. Thank you, Devin. I'm Mark Lenev with Ford Motor Company. We're a proud sponsor along with DTE. Thank you. And thank all of you for supporting this great event and this organization and your generosity. You really will, you have no idea, change the trajectory of many people's lives with what you're doing tonight. This beautiful young man next to me is my son, Drew. And there you go, Drew. I brought Drew up with me because Drew's been very blessed. He's blessed with a great mom. He's got great inner strength and perseverance. He's blessed with 2 great schools, Eaton Academy for different learners in Birmingham, where he got his high school diploma, and a very special program at the University of Iowa, a 2-year program for vocational and independent living. And then he's been especially blessed since leaving Iowa. He has a great employer where he's been working full-time for the last 5 years. Right, Drew?
Right, Dad.
And I can tell you, the folks there at Drew's Place of Work would tell you that they've benefited. Drew's benefited immensely, as has our whole family, and they've benefited immensely from having Drew. Diversity and inclusion is more than just race and gender, and I think Drew's added a tremendous amount to the workplace. So the work that the Alliance is doing in employment under the relentless, I mean relentless leadership of Tammy Morris is really, really important. You bet. Because every kid deserves a chance to have the same kind of blessings that Drew's had. So it gives me great pleasure to present this Champions Award for Employee with a Bright Future to the young man you saw in the video, Dan Kosinski. Dan, come on up.
Let's come over here. We'll get a picture over here. There we go.